It's happening just how I said it would. The women are now begging the men to go 50-50 with them because now they're struggling. I told you all that this day would happen, but for so long I was frowned upon and ignored and called a pick me and a panderer and a caper for men and all of those different things, right? But here we are today with a bunch of the strong, independent, I don't need no man, I got my own money females crying, letting the world know that yes, I was wrong. My big girl job and my big girl paycheck and all of my strong, independent, liberated money is not helping me to pay these bills. This is not cute. Mm-mm. See, do y'all remember how when y'all were saying that back in the day, you would rather struggle by yourself than to be with a struggle lover or have struggle lover, whatever you all were talking about? Uh, I found it to be very, very funny now that you all are now begging to be in struggle love relationships versus being alone by yourself, struggling with no love. So, do I get an apology? Do I get a sorry, sis, you were right? Like anything, I'll take anything. Just some kind of acknowledgement that I was not off base with what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And in no way, shape, or form was I even telling you all to get with a guy who was dusty and struggling and don't got no motion, don't have no vision for himself, no movement, no money. Like I wasn't even telling y'all to do that. Okay. I was saying that you all should get with men, young men, while you're a young woman, collaborate, put your resources and finances and money together. And then by the time you all are in your 30s, 40s, and so on and so forth, you all will have a pretty solid and secure foundation. And guess what? You wouldn't be out here crying. You wouldn't be out here talking about, woe is me. I have all of this money, but it all goes out the window on bills. It's not fair. I have a whole career and I have all these degrees, but I'm still down on my knees, begging the men, please go 50-50 with me. Was that a bar? I think it was. But let's go ahead and run these clips, you all, so we can break it down bit by bit as far as the I told you so is concerned. And yeah, hopefully we can use these clips as a cautionary tale for the other young ladies coming up behind us of what not to do. Stop thinking that you're this strong, independent boss chick that does not need a man, does not need any help, because as women, we're not designed to do that, okay? Take it up with nature. But let's get into it. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
I definitely think there is a singles tax. It's much more expensive to be single than to be in a relationship.
If you're single and living alone, you don't get the economies of scale. So instead of having a partner to split expenses with, you cover everything yourself.
Take a look at South Carolina, which ranks right in the middle among all states in terms of cost of living. MIT calculates that the typical expenses for two working adults with no children total around $47,483 a year. By contrast, a single adult with no children has estimated expenses of $29,880 annually. That means a single individual has at least $6,000 more in expenses per year compared to individuals who are splitting their bills with their partner. Break down the typical expense even further, and you can see that nearly every type of expenses, apart from medical, is cheaper per person for couples who have the luxury of splitting the check.
So I'm 25, live by myself, single, have been working my corporate job for about 6 months now, and I picked up a second job this year. I got my taxes done on the first day you could file your taxes because I was like, oh, I'm going to get a nice fat check from Uncle Sam. It cost me more to file my taxes than I got back this year.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, are we looking at a strong, independent, I don't need no man, bossed up, degreed career woman that is struggling, that is complaining about not being able to afford life? What? Ladies, These are the women that you all strive to be. And look at her crying about not being able to really live life how she thought that she would be able to live life after getting in her desired career field. But before we let her continue, though, I want to go back to what those stats were saying. Did you all see the breakdown as far as the couples coming together, combining resources, having somebody to lean on, somebody to go half with, and all of that? Did y'all see how much better they fared than a strong, independent, single person talking about, I'd rather be by myself than a struggle? Well, congratulations. Y'all are doing just that. And I bet y'all wish y'all didn't. Okay. So I thought that chart was very, very eye-opening and telling for a lot of you all, just so y'all can really have a clear explanation of what you are doing, how much worse off you all are by doing things this way, as far as trying to be these very stubborn, selfish, boss chicks. Like, it's not going to really pan out the way that you all think it's going to pan out. Let's put it to y'all plain, and y'all get the likes up. The quote unquote struggle lovers that are going 50-50, they're doing way better than you. Okay? And not only are they doing way better than y'all financially, but I'm pretty sure it is helping with their overall health and well-being, while you're having the whole world on your shoulders talking about, oh, well, I just refuse. Well, good luck to you, because you're going to need it. All right. But let's go ahead and continue on with this strong, independent career woman who thought that once she would have got into her whole strong, independent boss chick bag, life would be better for her. Let's get into it.
And I found out that I make more than 95% of the people in my age range. And some of us have kids, multiple kids. And my accountant told me, oh, well, maybe they can take more out of your paycheck every 2 weeks so you can get more back next year. Because I said, I know I'm going to have to owe next year because I'm going to make more money this year.
See what I'm saying, you all? These boss chicks are making a whole bunch of money, but it's going right back out. Life is lifing, and they're going to tax you for everything. Now, let's go back to what that chart said too. That chart that they brought up talked about married couples without children. Well, you all, here's something else. A lot of married people, such as myself, are finding it to be a lot more cost effective with not having children right away, so that you can build more together before you enter children into the chat. You know what I'm saying? So with her, she's bringing up the fact that there are single people out there with children, single mothers out there with children. This is why, ladies, once again, it is imperative that you all make sure that you are choosing wisely. First things first, before you lay down with a man. And then second off, before you have a baby with a man. That way, you're not out here really, really struggling. Like, let's be clear, you all. You can have people who are married together with children, and they're struggling. You know what I mean? Or they don't have any children, and they're struggling. Now, some of us are doing a lot better than most, but nonetheless, we're all feeling the effects of inflation, okay? And so I'm really trying to drive these points home as far as being able to truly display the fact that, look, you got to be careful about the lifestyles that y'all are living and leading. We have got to get in the habit of strategically planning, not only for ourselves, but for our families, for our children, because it is real in the field, and it's only getting worse from what we can see. Now, we've had other dope discussions talking about women begging to go 50-50, but as we're starting to see more and more as of late, it's more of these women coming out of the shadows, screaming, saying, yes, give me a man that's going to help me. And she herself actually gets into that further into the video. But I really wanted to paint this picture first before I got any further, because a lot of people out there are maybe starting families and having babies out of wedlock, or with individuals that are not, ideal parents. And so you're really putting yourself behind that 8 ball when it comes to life, being able to get further ahead in advance. Like I said, you have married couples such as myself, you know what I mean, who are doing pretty decent. They're like, look, let's make sure that we have our savings accounts together. Let's make sure we have our debts in order and all that, you know, so that we can really have a nice little nest egg for when a baby does come into the picture. If a baby ever comes to the picture, because let's be clear, you also have a lot of couples that are opting out of being parents. You know what I mean? That's perfectly fine for y'all, okay? Do what you know is best for you. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, what's not best for us, ladies, especially, is doing life alone. Okay? Doing everything by yourself. Going out here working so hard just to come back with crumbs. You know, like it is real in the field. So we definitely cannot afford to mismanage our lives, mismanage our money, mismanage our wombs. It can have a tremendous, horrible effect on us. But let's continue, and y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
And it is mathematically impossible for me to give one more penny than what I already give in my bi-weekly paychecks. And it's not like I live this super lavish life. Like, I'm seriously considering getting married for tax purposes and having children for tax purposes. And then God forbid I actually really want children and to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, it is physically impossible. How is anyone doing okay these days? Like, you can make the most money you've made in your entire life and you're still struggling. You can have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 4 different sources of income, and groceries are still going to cost you like $200 a week.
Whoa, that came a little bit too fast. She's already crying in her car. But let's go back to what the young lady said. She said, you know what? I don't understand how we are surviving or living in today's times. And God forbid if I ever wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, like, how would we make that work? Oh, so ladies, now you all want to be realistic. It's mighty funny how life is whooping y'all and kicking y'all while y'all are down, for y'all to now understand that, you know what? Maybe trying to be this well put up, soft girl, luxury life having wife or woman is a little bit far-fetched. You know, maybe that's not something that's entirely feasible for somebody to do off of one income. Hell, they're even out here working 4 jobs, 3 jobs, and it's difficult for them. She said, damn, you know, and groceries are still $200 a week. And I want to be real with y'all. I wish our groceries were only $200 a week. $200 worth of groceries in my household is more like 3 days worth of groceries, not a week. But I mean, hey, maybe that's one of the benefits. You know, it's only you eating the food, but it's also only you paying for the food. So I mean, hey, you got to pick your poison. But yeah, that young lady is really starting to see that, you know what? If it's hard for me as a woman working 2 and 3 jobs and 3 and 4 jobs, and I'm struggling, it's probably not something that is really realistic to place entirely on a man like that, you know, especially if we want to live a certain type of lifestyle. So, ladies, I'm glad that you all are waking up and realizing that, yes, you're probably going to have to chip in, all right? It may be 10%, it may be 5%, it may be 1%, it may be 50%. But at the end of the day, if we are a family unit, we have got to learn how to combine our resources, make life more enjoyable and easier for each other, because that's what it's all about. And like I said, you all, I'm glad that you all are waking up to these realizations and, you know, really being realistic with certain things now. But I also hate, at the same token, how you all are realizing these things way too late. Because I don't know if y'all got the memo, but the men are actually happier without women in today's time. And I have a clip that I'm going to show you all at the end of this. But yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie, you all. I am a sucker for hope and love. So my hope is that there are men out there that still do want to settle down and have families and live happily ever after with good quality women. However, though, you got to be real enough to acknowledge the fact that a lot of these brothers, they're just perfectly fine and okay and content with living and flourishing alone. I don't have to worry about providing for somebody else. I just have to worry about providing for me, making sure that I'm okay. And that's something that I feared would happen. And unfortunately, ladies, that is something that you all have brought upon yourselves. Y'all showed these men that, it's better without you. Life is easier without you. I have more freedom. I have more liberty to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And yeah, I'm good. So I'm sad that you all are crying in your cars and wanting to be, realistic as far as contributing to relationships now. But you asked for it. But let's see what this crying woman has to say about this whole dilemma. Let's continue.
Sorry, it's just so overwhelming. Like, you work and 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 you work, and it's just to pay off like your basic necessities. Living is so expensive. Just keeping yourself alive and floating is so expensive. Inflation sucks. Just living in America sucks. Living alone sucks. It's great, but it sucks. Because you have to front all the expenses by yourself. I need a husband just so that I can live. So we can split the bills.
It's not feasible to be single in this economy, and it makes sense why so many people are in relationships. I'm a hater, but it's true.
Wait. She came in hot. All right. Not literally hot, because sis, why are you online with a bonnet and a robe and some glasses? I don't know, but did y'all hear that from the previous lady crying in her car? She said, I need a husband. I need a husband. I need help. I'm ready to go 50-50. What? And I told y'all this day would come. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all said I was pandering to the men. Y'all said I was a pygmy. Y'all said I was male identified. Y'all said I was setting women back. Well, what? How do you get even further behind than you are already doing for yourself, ma'am? How was I setting you back? I was trying to help y'all. I didn't want y'all to be in y'all cars and in y'all beds, in y'all robes and bonnets crying. I didn't want this for y'all. But hey, what can I do? You know what I mean? So I'm sorry now y'all want to go 50-50, but the men, they don't. So I don't know. But let's continue. Let's take her back though, because like I said, she came in real hot and heavy talking about this is not feasible. It's not feasible. Let's see what she has to say. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Okay. Look, she said she's taking husband applications. Now, I don't want to go here, but I have to. All right. Ladies, something else I got to stop doing is waiting until you're, let's say, not an ideal candidate to then want applications for marriage. All right. Y'all wait until y'all's out of shape. Y'all's broke. Okay. You're struggling. You don't have nothing really to offer a man. You're not hot like that. You know what I mean? And so let's stop waiting too damn long to want to right or wrong. That's another part. Okay. But let's stop doing that, because, ma'am, I don't know if any men would want to fill out their husband application. A lot of y'all may just fare better with filling out job applications than to have a man to fill out a husband application. But hey, who am I to judge? But let's continue.
It's not feasible to be single in this economy, and it makes sense why so many people are in relationships. I'm a hater, but it's true. Because the economy does not favor us singletons. And personally, I think that's quite literally rude when we have no help. It's not feasible to be single in this economy. It's ridiculous. And it makes sense why so many people are in relationships. Now, some of you guys are happy. I'm a hater, but it's not feasible. So applications, send them through. Winter's coming. It gets colder. The heating goes on for longer. Let's save some money.
What? Did we just have a woman come through and admit that she is a hater and she is actually jealous of men and women that have, again, come together, combined resources, and are now thriving? They're not struggling. She's finally in that mode of admitting, yeah, I was wrong about this. Being strong and independent, it is not what it's cracked up to be. And yes, I'm mad about it. Did we just hear her say that? But then she then goes further on to say that winter is here. Imagine that. Imagine these women that went so hard, that stood so strongly on the foundation of, I don't need no man. Winter ain't here. It's hot girl summer. To hear them now say that winter is here and it's only going to get colder, and to then again throw out the window to the masses all of these applications for husbands, because she now understands that, yeah, I need help. We can split the bills. I don't want to be strong and independent no more. I'm not even ready and willing to just be a put up wife. Like, again, you all pay attention to that. I have yet to hear a woman on these videos talk about, oh no, I'm just looking for a husband to completely take care of me, pay 100% of the bills. No, that is not what they're asking for anymore. They now see, like I said earlier, that is extremely unrealistic. Because again, y'all, they've been out here living and learning for themselves. And they are saying that, hell, if I'm not able to do, all of this on my own and I'm working 3 and 4 jobs, no, I think it's unfair to put that all on a man. So nowhere in this equation did y'all hear a woman say, I just want to be a well put up wife and I don't want to have to work and I don't want to have to do this. Like, no, I'm ready and willing to split. It's that real in the field now, y'all. The women are begging to go 50-50. They get it now, fellas. The issue is, will they get you? Okay? Will they get you all back on board? I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a poll in the chat and y'all can tell me right now. All right? But while we have a bunch of these ladies crying in their cars, in their beds, in their showers, talking about how life is lifing and how they're now looking to be somebody's wife, you have the men doing this. Ladies, while y'all are crying about being single, you have men living their best lives alone. So I don't know. I really don't know what you all are going to do. Okay. Men are traveling the world. Men are saving money. Men are able to dance in the middle of the streets with women that they like. I don't know, but at any rate, it's not looking like things are really going to move in you all's favor as far as getting the men to come back to the table that you said that you were. So I don't know. And like I said, I have a poll in the chat right now. The men are going to tell me how they're dealing with being single. If they're looking for love, they're going to tell me. But so far, it's not looking too good for you ladies, right? These men are perfectly fine and okay without you. Okay, they can pay their bills. All right. I don't know, but I thought I would come on here with you all and touch base and tell y'all what's going on in these streets, and also rub it in to say I was right and I told you so. But I'm gonna let you all have at it from here, and you all leave your thoughts, opinions, feedback in the comment section down below. I look forward to reading you all's comments, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown heads.